In this lecture, we'll learn the dividend discount model, or DDM. This is one of the most important methods for valuing stocks. The idea is simple. A stock is worth the present value of all future dividends it will pay. The fundamental principle behind the DDM is that a stock's value comes from the cash flows it delivers to shareholders. Since dividends are the cash flows that shareholders actually receive, the intrinsic value of a stock is the present value of all its expected future dividends, stretching out to infinity. The DDM formula says that the stock price P0 equals the sum of all future dividends discounted to present value. D1 is next year's dividend. D2 is the dividend in year 2, and so on. The discount rate R is the required rate of return, which reflects the risk of the stock. The required rate of return is the minimum return that investors demand for holding this stock. It compensates them for the time value of money and the risk of the investment. Higher risk stocks require higher returns, which means their future dividends are discounted more heavily, leading to a lower price. Let's say you plan to hold a stock for 2 years. You expect dividends of 5 in each year and plan to sell it for 110 at the end of year 2. Your required return is 10%. What should you pay for this stock today? The stock price equals 5 divided by 1.10 plus 5 plus 110 divided by 1.10 squared. That gives us 4.55 plus 95.04 for a total of 99.59. So you should pay no more than 99.59 for this stock to earn your required 10% return. You might ask, why do we use dividends and not earnings? The answer is that dividends represent actual cash that shareholders receive. Earnings include profits that the company retains and reinvests. While retained earnings may increase future dividends, only dividends are direct cash flows to investors. The basic DDM has limitations. Forecasting every individual dividend into infinity is impractical. Also, many growth companies don't pay dividends at all. To make the model practical, we use simplifying assumptions, like assuming dividends grow at a constant rate forever. This gives us the Gordon growth model, which we'll cover in a later video. To summarize, the dividend discount model values a stock as the present value of all future dividends. The discount rate is the investor's required return. For a finite holding period, we include the selling price as a final cash flow. The DDM provides the foundation for stock valuation, and the Gordon growth model simplifies it for practical use. See you in the next video.